Okay, I've checked Mama in so she can get a camera up her bunghole. So far, good Friday morning. Mom's going in for an anal photo shoot, and I'm waiting in the parking lot. So I thought I'd make a video and let's talk about how accurate I was that Trump was going to come out with a reason to pardon Miss Maxwell. Some would say I'm psychic, but honestly, this was just common fucking sense. It's common sense, guys. The crazy part is he thinks even if he does that, even if he gives clemency and releases a human trafficker, known pedophile, back in the streets, gives her freedom, that this is going to squash the Epstein. He thinks that if she gets out here and makes a public statement that she's a victim and that Dumpy's telling the truth and Dumpy was not involved, when we know otherwise. There's 100,000 pages, guys. Have y'all seen the evidence list? Dumpy met his wife, Melania, on Epstein's plane, which means Melania knew Epstein before she knew Dump. Think about that. Think about that. Melania knew Epstein before she knew Dump. That woman was a high price paid hoe. Honestly, she probably had a lot of cameras in her bunghole too. But that's not the point. The point is what we're about to see is in MAGA, who supports pedophiles no matter what. Politicians, people, followers, the cult, and who says, nope, this is the line for me, I'm out. Only two things. You either support pedophiles or you don't. And if you voted for Trump, you kind of already do. When I told y'all that Miss Maxwell's lawyer sent that letter to the DOJ and to Dumpy Pants because that was a threat, that was a warning, I meant that shit. I meant that shit. And that was to say, hey, you gonna hold up with your end of the fucking bargain? You gonna hold up with your end of the deal? Or I'm going to tell it the fuck all. And if you're wondering why Miss Maxwell is still living after all this time and Epstein isn't, well, that's because she was smart enough to leave papers with what they don't know who has them. They don't know who has evidence, but she has let them know if anything happens to me, that shit is going to be released. So if you end my life, I'm going to end yours from beyond the grave. That's why Miss Maxwell's still living, because she's smart. That woman ran an entire ring for Epstein. She's fucking intelligent. And she was waiting to play this card. She was waiting. She was watching the election. She was watching Dumpy's moves. And she said, I'm going to wait for him to take this. And then I'm going to play my cards. And once she realized how corrupt he's already being, she said, time to shoot my shot. Time to shoot my shot, homie. And remember I said they was only going to do this one or two ways. Either he was going to grant her a pardon or clemency, or he was going to force the Supreme Court to do it so the blood wasn't on his hands. It was only going to go one or two ways. But either way, it's going to prove they protect pedophiles. Like, there's no win in this situation. There's no win by getting her a pardon, because it's going to cause even more of an awakening. And I mean, kudos to South Park and Colbert and Stewart and Fallon and Kimmel. Thank God some celebrities are stepping up on their shit and standing on business, because I'm looking at the rest of them like, what the fuck, yo? What the fuck, yo? We should be so fucking loud right now. And quit asking me about individual executive orders and new laws and amendments and all this shit that's coming, where I've already told you it was coming, and I have for the past year, that he is going to check the 4-year pen reading, okay? I already told you, he's destroying everything. And it doesn't even fucking matter. All that matters is if we rise up or not and handle business. That's all that matters. Do we rise up and handle business? Or are we going to sit here and be scared of a law and then follow it when it comes into fruition? Are you a rebel or not? Are you part of the revolution or not? Yeah, just sitting in your corner saying I am, woohoo, that's not going to do it, boo. That's not going to do it. So quit asking me, because it doesn't matter if it goes through or not. What matters is if we follow it or if we fight against it. That's all that fucking matters. That's all that fucking matters. And the same thing with Miss Maxwell. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they release her. What matters is what we do on these streets when she's walking free. That's all that fucking matters. The same thing with the woman, because I'm not even going to say her name, and yes, I know her name, that unalived our sweet Selena. Okay? Should she ever get free, that's some business that we have to handle. That's the business that the people have to handle. All right? So, like, when I say justice is on this side, either it's paid in karmic debt or you go get justice yourself. That's it. Is the juice worth the squeeze, baby? Is the juice worth the squeeze? Crazy part is I just made a video earlier this week. Could have been last week. I don't know. But I was like, the rest of the summer gonna be fucking juicy. Like, it's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna fucking come at you sideways from all different angles. But it's gonna be fucking juicy, baby. So get ready. It's juicy. And it's also gonna be hard to get through as the economy fucking crashes. But again, I've been trying to prep you guys for a year to say, get your food, get your supplies, put your money back. I've done everything I can to prepare you for what's coming. So if you got prepared, this isn't going to affect you the same way that it's going to affect others. Y'all probably going to smooth ride right on through it. That's what happens when you get prepared. And if you see my video that I posted yesterday, somebody that had a private session with me had asked for some advice on her father and said, hey, because of his immigration status, do we go ahead and send him on over to Guatemala? Because he's waiting here on American health care and he's very, very sick. And I told her, hey, put him on a plane next week. Get him to Guatemala to get the medical help he needs before it's too late. It's worse than you think it is. And she did. And because he was still waiting on American doctors, okay? Still waiting on American doctors. He flew to Guatemala, immediately got the help that he needed. They were able to drain infections out of his kidneys. It was way worse than they thought. And by going back to Guatemala and getting health care there, it saved his life. That's not... That's someone that's following their timeline, saw danger ahead and said, yes, I'm going to take this advice. And it served her well. And it served her well because I don't tell you no bullshit. I don't tell you no bullshit. So if I say the shit that he's trying to do don't matter, even him pardoning this pedo don't matter. It don't matter because the only thing that matters is the choices we make. Just like the choices that woman made for her father. It's the choices we make that change what happens. Had he stayed, he wouldn't have made it. So again, quit freaking the fuck out, okay? Just quit freaking the fuck out. It's gonna be all right. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show and the meltdown that's about to happen. Let's do that. Oh, also enjoy South Park because that's chef's kiss entertaining, okay? Chef's kiss. And remember, if you're on social media, start following the right motherfuckers. Enjoy your Friday.